What is going on, Pokemon friends and Pokemon fans? Welcome back to OpenTcgs, and today, well, we don't get to bring you guys an opening of a product. We get to bring you guys some information on how I actually keep my Pokemon cards in my collections. I have had a lot of people ask me lately how I keep my cards, how do I sleeve them, how do I keep them in my binders, and therefore we're going to go ahead and take a look at maybe a couple of binders right now. On this video, we'll make this part 1, and then we'll make part 2 some other time, because if I were to show you all my binders, we'll be here for 45 minutes to an hour, and I definitely don't want to make a video that long, okay? Before we go into anything else, I want to let you know that the code winners are going to be down in the description box below. If you happen to see your name down below, that means you want some code cards, and all you have to do is get a hold of me on my social media links in the description box below, as well as on the screen of the video now. Okay, today's question of the day: let me know if you are a Pokemon collector or do you only play the game, okay? If you are a collector, let me know how you actually keep your cards, what products you use in the comment section below, and then we'll have a conversation about it, and I'll be picking up 3 winners for tomorrow's video. Okay, so with that being said, here we go. We have the Shining Legends binder. Usually what I use, let me go ahead and move all these figurines here out of the way, because I don't want to be knocking anything down. I do like to keep my background nice. There we go. Of course, we're going to be dropping everything down, and there, hopefully we can keep it that way. All right, anyway, so yeah, what I usually use, I use anything that's Ultra Pro, like this one specifically. The Pro binders are really awesome, and the reason why is, well, they do hold up to 360 cards, and they're actually not vertical, they're horizontal, okay? So meaning when you actually open up the binder, and I'll show you in a second, the cards are going to be going in their slots in this way and that way, as opposed to just slipping from the top, because sometimes if you do actually roll a binder for some reason, or you're holding it upside down, you may have a chance of the cards coming out, and that has happened to me before, and therefore I don't want that to happen whatsoever, especially with something that's like going to be, you know, Pokemon related, which I really do like. So we're gonna go ahead and open up the actual binder, and what I usually do is every time a new set is actually released, I go out to my local game store and I buy a binder, and I wait for the Elite Trainer box to come out so I can take a look at the player's guide. There are some phone applications that you can actually download, such as Pokelector, where you can use that as a reference to your collection, but unfortunately sometimes they're not accurate. They're really not the greatest when it comes to keeping up the database. It doesn't really refresh right away, so therefore I like to reference myself back to the actual player's guide. And what I usually do, and I use actually, is this bad boys right here, which is a bunch of perfect fit sleeves, and they're made by KMC, which is a Japanese company, and they actually make this size right here specifically for the standard size card, meaning a Pokemon card, a Magic the Gathering kind of card. This will fit very snugly on them, and you can actually put one of these and then put it on the regular sleeve. And what I mean by that is you can actually go ahead and grab a card, and let me go ahead and grab a different, single card from here, and then you see how it's this is going to be the top, obviously, right, the bottom of the card. What I usually do is I go on the top of the card, okay, just like so, boom, and now it's very well protected. However, for it to have some more protection, I will actually put another sleeve, okay, and this is one of the sleeves I got from my Top the Crates for the month of August, and then I usually go obviously from the top to the bottom. Now, a lot of people complain that when you do this, sometimes the perfect fit sleeve actually pops out up here, okay? And to prevent that, for what I usually do is I put it in until it actually can't go any further, and then I usually put my thumb right in between the sleeve, and I literally just slide it down. Yes, you're gonna bend the card a little bit, but it's not gonna do any damage to it whatsoever, okay? When you put your thumb in here, the only thing that's gonna happen is just do that. So you're gonna push it right in. As you can see, the perfect fit sleeve is perfectly put in there, okay, no pun intended. And then we do have a double barrier card here when it comes to protection. Why do you want to do this? Well, you want to do this in case, for some reason, let's say you keep this all your binders in your basement, or you keep them in your attic, or you keep them in a room where it has a lot of humidity. Some of these cards could start to deteriorate, and they actually can start bending, and they can start getting stuck to themselves, and you don't want to just put card to card and keep them that way. God forbid your basement or your attic floods or has a kind of a leak from the roof. If it drops down to your binder, you're going to have, number one, the first barrier, which is going to be the actual binder itself. Then you're going to have a sleeve as well as another sleeve within, so it's going to be almost waterproof, okay? or I would say water resistant. I don't know about waterproof because I have never dumped any water on my cards. Maybe one of these days I will do that and give it a try. So that's how I usually keep my cards. It's double sleeved for anything that has a shine on. So any ultra rares, obviously, any secret rares, any hyper rares, any gold border cards, and anything that has a reverse or a hollow on, I usually do double sleeve. If a card is just a regular, parallel of the set, then it has no shine. It's just a regular card. I usually use one sleeve, which means, so let me give you guys a quick example right here with Shroomish. Okay, this is the common version of the card, and as you can see here, I only have the one sleeve. Okay, the card is pretty much just in there. Okay, if you guys take a look at the Shroomish reverse hollow though, and that way, we're gonna be taking a look that we have a sleeve. Okay, as well, and then if we pull the card out, you can see that I have a double sleeve Pokemon card. Okay, and then of course you have your third layer, which it'll be the actual binder itself. So that's usually how I keep my cards. Okay, that's how I have them protected. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna go ahead and take a quick look at the binders as we go, and then you will see spots like this where obviously I don't have the card, so that means I'm missing the card. But we're gonna go ahead and just scroll right through the binder, so you guys can take a look and see how I keep my stuff. Basically, there is if it's just a regular card in the reverse, then I do the regular card in the reverse. Some people like to put the regular card under the reverse to save some space. I don't do that. I actually do the entire thing. So non-hollow, reverse hollow. If it's a reverse hollow, then I'll do a reverse hollow and a hollow. So that's usually how I keep my stuff. Here we go. As you can see here, we have pretty much a good collection. As I was saying before, I do have a player's guide in each one of my binder to kind of reference back if I need something else in my collection. So I usually always keep one because I do bring these binders to my LGS, and then I usually do trades, and therefore I do like to keep anything that I reference back to. This is going to be my promo. Excuse me, guys. It's going to be a promo for the Sun and Moon, starting Sun and Moon right here, and we have everything that has ever been released as a promo. We have Guardians Rising right here. We also have, next is going to be Burning Shadows, which is right. Let's see, where are the Burning Shadows promos? There we go. Crimson Invasion. I guess where's my Burning Shadows stuff? Hold on, there we go. Burning Shadows right here with a Beware. And then we do have, again, Crimson Invasion. I do have all my pre-releases. Starting Sun and Moon, I have started to put this together. Unfortunately, before then, I wasn't really, big into the game, so therefore I didn't want to bother, getting the older promos. And there we go. We have Celestial Storm right here, which is the last one. And then usually at the end of every binder, I usually keep all my cards that are for trade. So as you can see here, we're all the way down to the last page right here. And I do have all these guys for trade. Again, I usually trade in a local game store. But if you guys are interested in trading with me, go ahead and let me know in the comment section below. Or if you want to buy some cards, I'll be more than happy to sell you what I don't actually have a use for, because I already do have a card in my collection. As you can see here, we have pretty good stuff to trade if you guys are interested. So let me go ahead and take this out of the way here. And then we're going to move on to Burning Shadows, which is one of my favorite sets right now that I think it's almost completed except for a couple of actual cards. And as you can see here in the front of each Ultra Pro binder, I do have the name of the set, just because for some reason I forget the color of each. I can remind myself that's a Burning Shadows. Okay, so again, a quick little brief look at these cards. As you can see here, I keep them everything nice and organized. I don't like to mess around with my cards. I don't let anybody touch them, like at the local game store. Like, they can look at it through the binder, but they can't pull the card out. There's really no reason for you to do that. I don't like to have anybody touch my cards. That's just my thing. That's what I usually do. There's this fly that's going around here that I'm about to go get my assault gun and get rid of it. It's really annoying. But anyway, here we go. Just as you can see here, we have the player's guide for Burning Shadows. I do have everything nice and organized here. We do have Zygarde right here, which is awesome. Noivern. There we go. Continue on. We have all the trainers. Usually, I just follow the order of the player's guide. That's usually how I reference myself back to where they should be, obviously, because they're all numbered. And then here we go. We get into the goodies right here. We have the full arts. As you all can see here, we have a couple of spots missing that I'm going to work on getting. Problem is, sometimes they're super expensive to get right now, so I will usually try to wait till I open up some product to maybe get that card. But if not, then I'll just end up buying it when it kind of drops down in price a little bit. Here we have a bunch of good old cards. Okay, yeah, way. And then we have some hyper rares as well as some more full arts right here. And body building dumbbells for gold secret border. Gold border, I'm sorry, secret rare. We have more gold border secret rares as well as our fairy energy. And then usually, like when I'm done with the actual set, the last couple of pages I use for anything that I needed space for. And these guys are going to be my EXs that I have in my collection. I have a whole binder full of them, but I actually ran out of space, so therefore that's why I have them here. And then, like I said in the back of the binder, these will be all for trade. So we have the Charizard, the Guardy, and the Golisopod full art. So I think we're going to take a look at one more binder, and then we'll go ahead and cut the video here, because we're just about 10 minutes right now. And then we'll go ahead and, you know, do this part 2, maybe part 3 of how I usually keep my cards. And I also give you a quick look of my binders. As you can see here, this is Crimson Invasion. We do have all the beautiful grass type Pokemon right here. Okay, we do have now fire. All right. Water, all water typing. Lightning. Okay, as you can see, this set is really completed because Crimson Invasion I did actually open more than a case, and so therefore I did get a lot of cards that I needed. Unfortunately, with Ultra Prism, the only thing I was able to open was a case, because they're not printing it anymore. They just stopped printing. The company, Pokemon Company, said that, and therefore that binder needs a lot of cards. But that's all I can do, unfortunately. So here we go. Now we get into the goodies. Here is our player's guide. Like I said, I always keep it right in the middle. This one's pretty complete. Like I said, I think I do missing quite a few cards, like maybe 4 or 5. But here we have a Gyarados Hyper Rare. We have all our full arts, Galleon, Olivia, Lucamine. And then we move on to the back. As you can see here, we're missing 2, 4, 5, 6 cards from this. Oh, actually, no, I'm sorry. 1, 2, 3, 4. That's a different page. And then we have our hyper rares and the gold border secret rares. And then this binder also has some of my full art cards. As you can see here, we have all the full arts. My goal in my life is to get every single full art that was ever made by the Pokemon Company. So I'm very, very close to getting there. As you can see here, we have the gold Reshiram. We do have some secret rares here, older stuff. This right here, unfortunately, are not for trade. I do keep them in my collection. Maybe like something like this where I have like 3 Guardies, maybe I can let one of them go. Usually, but I try to not do that and just kind of keep them to myself, because I don't want to trade any of these. Let me just go ahead and pick up the camera here, guys. I'm going to try to do it very slowly so you guys can appreciate all the actual full arts that I have in my collection there. So it's really cool. As you can see, we have some doubles, which again, if that's the case, I'll be more than happy to let them go. But here we go. We get into the black and white era stuff with the full arts, which is pretty awesome. And those unfortunately are not for trade. Here we go. These are all full art beauties. I love them all. And then again, this is one of my binders. I do have 2 of them that's going to have all my all my full arts in it. We have a Buzzwole right here, full art, which that could be for trade as well. And then at the very back, I do have some Japanese cards that I did open from my Japanese booster box I did a while ago. And that's before we actually got the cards here in the US. So it was pretty good kind of video here. And I think we're going to go ahead and say that this is going to be good for now. I will show you, like I said, I show you Burning Shadows, Shining Legends, and Crimson Invasion. I will show you Forbidden Light and the other sets from the Sun and Moon. Let me just bring the camera down here if you guys don't mind. And yeah, that's basically it. So if you guys like this video, well, give me a thumbs up. If you did not, give me a thumbs down and let me know how I can fix things and make it better. But don't forget to subscribe and hit the notification bell, because we're getting close to the 1,000 subscriber mark, and you guys will love the big giveaway I'm going to be doing for that day. So just keep sharing the videos, keep telling your friends about it, you know, and then, you know, get as many subscribers as you can, because this will actually benefit you to get into the giveaway once we hit the 1,000 subscribe mark. So we're at, I think, 815 at this point subscribers, so we're getting there. I do appreciate you guys coming in and joining the OpenTcgs group. You guys are gonna love it. OpenTcgs crew, I should say. And that's basically it. All right, guys, take care of yourselves. If you're listening and watching the OpenTcgs, I will talk to you guys in the next one. See you later.